All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw here, Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
Partner, I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On on 2nd and 7. Dalton flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
Maybe they kept that flag in the back pocket. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. And Martin's got it, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood!
To the air, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's caught outright by Graham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
57 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are in for 6. CD, this second quarter for them, it's been an offensive explosion.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. And now after that score, 2 touchdowns right here, as you mentioned, in the second quarter. Loving what they're doing. And it tells you a little bit about patience, doesn't it? It's not always adjustments. It's not always just, hey, we've got to do something different. Sometimes do your game plan just a little bit better.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Check, 59. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check. Check. 52. Come on. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen's throw is complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10.
57. Hey, wahoo! Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Hey, echo. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. You don't want that.
On first down, Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
From midfield now on second down. Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On On second down, here's Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they...
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Complete to A.J. Green. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This complete to Martin.
Oh, yeah!
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Pass 85, pass 85.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen throwing again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw here, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
56, 56.
57's Mike. Mike 56.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds Yeldon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Round 80. Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Middle.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Darqueze Dennard there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
On 52. Hey, check Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Dalton off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And Eifert has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed.
Big stop, let's go.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's our time.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
17.
Allen to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And some space here. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
59. Hey, pick your game up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton, throw left side, complete to Ross. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup. There at 22. So a challenge is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
Who got 17? Who got 17? Single receiver, single receiver.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Allen throwing after the interception. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That one complete to Yeldon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Allen now throwing on 1st down. Is complete to Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Allen to throw once more. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Switch. Good.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Sweep.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Hands up.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.